exam में what you do is they'll give you EBITDA, they'll give you let's say comparable multiple for this company is 10. So you will take EBITDA, you multiply by 10, that will be your enterprise value, and minus some debt, equity value. That's how the exam goes. In real life, you'll have EBITDA of the company that you are valuing, which is unlisted. But rest everything you'll have to find out. So that 10, how you arrive at 10, there is a big process to it. First difficulty or challenge number 1 is finding out the comparable company. If your company is in a standard industry or a defined industry, there are a lot of listed companies in that company. Very easy for you. You just look at the listed companies, you find out the multiples, and then apply to your company. There's a catch in that. We'll come to that later. But if the comparable companies are not there, or if there is no company which is listed which is similar to your company, then what do you do? It's a big research process that goes on. You might have to look at the global companies in that sense. Now tell me, there's a recent deal where INI Farms, which is into horticulture, got investments from Unilever Ventures. Recent deal announced in the newspapers, not some kufia deal that I'm saying. It's a recent deal in newspaper. Now find out a listed company in India which is into farming sector or which is into horticulture. Like, forget farming sector. Farming sector can be pesticides, can be many other things, which is into horticulture. Now there is not a single company. If there is, then the company is not consistently performing, or there can be multiple challenges in that company itself. So how do you apply multiple to those companies? You might have to find out in other economies or other countries which are the listed companies which are into farming sector, which are into horticulture, again if not farming sector. Then find out the multiples, then find out what are the difference between that company and the company that you are valuing. Again, establish the differences in the economy of those two companies, because share price is mainly dependent on how the economy is functioning, how the farm sector is functioning, and then how the horticulture sector is functioning. So you have to keep in mind all those sectorial, all those economic level, macro level challenges to understand how that company is functioning in that economy and then arrive at a multiple and give some kind of adjustments to apply that multiple to your company.